Hey guys, Boo on the Boo channel here today with another worst to best video, this time on the Citron class. So if you've been keeping up with the videos or my channel recently, you will realize that I've been away for a while and not been uploading videos. So that's because I was just on a trip for the weekend, and so I could not record. I actually had some of the video done, but I just had to finish some audio and some other stuff. But anyway, today we're going to be taking a look at the Citron class, which is honestly probably one of my favorite classes on the plant side, if not my favorite. But of course there are not that many variants since they're a new class introduced in Garden Warfare 2, so therefore I will be able to, spend a bit more time on each of the individual variants and talk a bit more about them and go into a bit more detail. And I hope I do well in this video. I hope I educate you or tell you well, or whatever, on the Citron class, just because I'm a huge fan of them. I really want people to know that I like them, or whatever. But with that said, hope you enjoy this video, guys. So let's begin ranking our Citron class. So at number 6, if you have been watching my videos, this is probably not much of a surprise to you, is the Electro Citron, or the whatever Citron, I can't remember his name. So he's a charge-up character, and you've already heard about what I have to say about the charge-up characters. I don't like them very much, and even before the whole long-range nerf thing with the Citron, I still didn't like him very much. He's always been my least favorite, and yes, that's about it. But before we go to the next character, since we still have a lot of time on this character, he about does, I believe, 2 damage, 3 damage, far range, I believe like 8 damage to 9 damage, close range, and these are uncharged shots, by the way. I believe his fully charged shots can do 54 damage from far range, and I believe they get pretty high if you're pretty close, like maybe 70-ish or so. I'm not exactly sure about the precise damage amounts, but besides that, there's not much more I can say about him. I don't like him very much, just because, he's a charged-up character, and yeah, that's about it. So at number 6 is the Electro Citron. So coming in at number 5 is just the base Citron. Now, I liked him a bit more before he was nerfed and all that. Well, of course, we liked every Citron variant before the nerf, but anyway, I liked him more before the nerf, just because you could do more damage with him, blah 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 blah. But now he does 2 damage, which is the same amount as the Electro Citron. In fact, all the Citrons basically do like 2 damage from long range. But he can do up to 10 damage, I believe. So I think they either slightly buffed his damage, close range, to make him more of a melee fighter, which is a bit nice. But that's about it for him. I like his orange beam. I like the fact that he is from the future. And yeah, that's about it for him. He looks pretty cool, and that's all I have to say about him. So at number 5 is the Citron. Coming in number 4, and this was pretty close between the number 5 and 4 spot, is the Ice Citron. Now, the Ice Citron before, I believe, would have been like number 2 in my spot, but just because they nerfed his damage so much, which I think was kind of fair, even though I now use him less because of that. But now, he's just a bit better than the normal Citron, I think, just because he has about the same damage as the normal Citron, and maybe a bit less, but he still manages to freeze characters, which is pretty good, and you can get up close and finish them off with your beam, your EMP, or whatever, or you can roll into them if you really want. But anyway, he used to be much better before the whole nerf thing, which I already told, but I believe he does about 2 damage now, around 8 damage at close range and stuff. So he's like all the Citrons up to this point, pretty much all of them, to the end of this video, we're probably gonna have like the same amount of damage, and that's about it for the Ice Citron at number 4. So number 4 is the Ice Citron. So coming in at number 3 is the Party Citron. Now the Party Citron like all party characters, before some major update, I believe in like February or something. So before that, the party Citron would have been number 6 on this list just because he was pathetic. He did horrible damage before he went into party mode. Then after party mode, he did like 1 or 2 more damage more than the base Citron, which was like for 30 seconds. So basically you're playing as a worse variant Citron for the entire game. But luckily for him, in February 2018, he got, as well as the other party characters, got a update. So now he does about the same damage as the Citron. I actually looked it up on Wikipedia or whatever. And now he does actually 1 more hit point of damage at close range, just 11, as opposed to the normal Citron's 10 damage, which is pretty nice. Now I'm not gonna lie, guys, I actually do not have the party Citron yet. The footage you are seeing is just me playing as him in a special party, what do you call it, a special event from the town hall. But so I don't have as much experience playing as him, so like the things I'm saying may not be as reliable to listen to as with the other kind of things you've heard about the other Citrons in this video. But I have played as him before, and I think that what I'm saying is good and you should listen to. So my number 3 is the party Citron. So coming in at number 2 is the toxic Citron. Now the toxic Citron was always one of my more favorite Citrons, even before the whole long range update, and now especially I think he's much better just because of the whole long range thing. So he does 2 damage base from long range as the other Citrons, but his thing is he does splash damage of toxic damage. He also has a toxic aura, meaning if you walk too close to him, any zombies nearby will start taking like 6 damage. But he does like everlasting damage that I believe was not nerfed that badly since the long range update. So now, while his normal damage was nerfed, you will still get the toxic effect, which will do more damage onto the zombies. And of course, it's like a splash damage thing, so it doesn't have to be a direct hit to get them toxicated. So just because of the whole, like how the whole nerf thing worked and how Citrons play now, I think that he's a really good long-range Citron, which I still primarily use. I use long-range Citrons just because they used to be, and I still have that feel for them. But, so, if you want to use a long-range Citron, use the toxic Citron. He's also, I believe, a bit weaker at close range than the rest of the Citrons, but he can still do pretty good because he has his toxic damage. So, number 2 is the toxic Citron. So the best Citron on this list is the Iron Citron, the legendary variant. I don't mean to be like, oh, legendaries are the best, but he's a really good character. Like before the nerf on the Citrons, he was the best character, period. But now, after the nerf, there are some other characters like the computer scientist and like 1 or 2 others that I'm not going to spoil that do begin to rival him now just because his long range damage was nerfed. Now he does have one shot called the Mech Breaker, and it does like a damage maximum. What am I saying? It does a maximum damage of 50, and you have to be closer now to kill the zombies. But he does have a bit more health than the rest of the Citrons at 250, second highest in the game. So that is pretty nice to let you get in some more damage. But besides that, he is a pretty good character. Since he has like a solid piece of iron on him, he does move a bit slower in his ball form mode. Thankfully they did not nerf his speed in his normal attack mode because he would be like the slowest character in the game. But I have mastered him, so I'm not playing as much now, but he's a great character. And at number 1 we have the Iron Citron. So that's my opinion, guys, on every single Citron character ranked from worst to best. So just to recap, number 6 was the Electro Citron, then the Citron, then the Frozen Citron, then the Party Citron, then the Toxic Citron, and the best Citron was the Iron Citron. So guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider commenting down below your favorite Citron character. Also consider sharing this video with your friends and other people you think would enjoy this video. Also consider subscribing to the Boo channel because I like subscribers a lot. Also, next week is going to be an all-new zombie character. Please stay tuned for that, and I will see you guys later.